We're calling this listener friendly fan Fran. She writes, "Hey, Adam and Allison, maybe you could help me bring this up to my friend. She is constantly working and has nothing to show for it. She's full-time or basically full-time at a fast food place. She cleans houses on her days off, and she door dashes in her free time. She's so busy and still struggling. I want to bring up the idea of her doing an adult page, like only for her fans, if you know what I mean. But I don't want to be rude about it. I just know she'd make a killing, and it'd be way easier than what she's doing now. Is there a way for me to bring this up without making her feel bad? I'm going to recuse. How do you say that?
Recuse.
That one. From this DM dilemma. Because there's no way a dude could say to a girl ever, hey, do you have an OnlyFans page? Would you think about OnlyFans?
Yeah, I've actually seen a dedicated Facebook group to girls calling out guys who have suggested they start one of those pages.
So, Allison, your advice. What do you think? And if you've got thoughts, you can call 601-995-1017.
You know what, Fran? I'm going to take just a second to gas you up because I can tell you're just trying to gas this friend up. You were like, she is working so hard. She deserves great things. And I, in my mind's eye, see this vision for her that she could not work so hard and she could be crushing it and have all those financial dreams, like more than she's ever dreamed of. But that may not be her thing. Mm-hmm. So, I think bringing it up will make it awkward. But I feel like if only you're just trying to say, listen, if she has any kind of stigma about this idea, I want her to know that, I would support her. She would have friends if she did this. She would not be judged. I feel like the only way you could do it is if you kind of make a joke about it. Like, oh, wouldn't that be so funny if you started one of those pages? Ha ha ha, you'd make so much money. And then see how she reacts. Like, you can gauge whether you actually have a conversation about it or not based on whether or not she kind of laughs at that joke or she shuts down right away and is like, no, I'm doing what I want to do.
This is an interesting text, and I'm going to keep her anonymous. She says, absolutely not for several reasons, but mainly because OnlyFans is hard. And it doesn't make most people on there that much money.
Fair. That's valid.
I don't know. And I'm keeping her anonymous because it sounds like she may or may not have personal experience with that. So I don't know. Good friend or bad friend, if Fran were to say to her best friend, like, hey, maybe you should think about starting an adult page, a subscription-based adult page.
Right.
To make a little extra money, and a lot of people on the text line, not for this plan.
No, Lauren's saying that she's a bad friend. This girl has respect. Maybe you could suggest she clean houses full time because that's one of the things that she does. She says there's a lot of money in that kind of work.
It's so interesting. Somebody else says, I think it would be better for the DMer to ask their friend if they are happy, what their goals are, and how Fran can help.
I do love that. Obviously, that's being a supportive friend, but I almost, because I thought back to a memory, I kind of want to backtrack what I said earlier, and maybe it's not as awkward as we're all making it out to be. I only say that because it was right before the pandemic. I had a friend who really wanted to start one of those pages, and she wanted someone to do it with her because it is hard to put yourself out there like that, and she thought of me, and I was flattered. I was not offended when she was sending me YouTube links of how to start one of these pages, how to be successful, how to promote yourself. And she was wanting me to get involved. And again, I didn't think she was being a bad friend.
You weren't offended that, she felt like you would be into that sort of thing?
No, I wasn't. I didn't do it. She tried it and it was very hard for her. But honestly, good for her for trying something.